Trent Alexander-Arnold leaving Liverpool? Just doesn't feel right. This isn't just any player moving on. This is Trent, a born and bred Scouser. A kid who lived the dream, went from the academy to lifting the biggest trophies in football. And now, he's off to Real Madrid. Liverpool fans have seen legends come and go, but this one stings differently. Stevie G leaving for LA? That was tough, but he was at the tail end of his career. Torres to Chelsea? Painful, but we moved on. But Trent? He was supposed to be the future, the one who'd retire at Anfield with the statue outside the Kop. But now we've got to face the reality. The Golden Boy is swapping Anfield for the Bernabeu, trading in his Scouse roots to link up with Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Bellingham. So let's talk about it. How did we get here? Why does this feel like a gut punch? What does it mean for both Liverpool and Real Madrid? Trent was really different whenever he stepped onto the pitch. I mean, this isn't just any right back. This is a generational talent, a player who redefined what it meant to play that position. Trent wasn't supposed to be this good. He was a skinny kid from West Derby, scouted by Liverpool's academy when he was 6. Back then, he played in midfield. Yep, before Klopp had him whipping in world-class crosses from right back, Trent was running the show in the middle of the pitch. And if you ever watched him play, you could see why. The vision, the passing, the confidence on the ball. It was all there from day one. Fast forward a few years and Klopp saw something special in him. He gave him his debut in 2016, and from there, Trent just took off. By 2018, he was already one of the best fullbacks in the world. Not just in England, the world. And the stats prove it. He racked up 91 assists in a Liverpool shirt from right back. That's not normal. That's prime playmaker numbers. He created 87 chances in the 2019-20 season alone, more than most midfielders in the Premier League. He won everything there was to win: Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Club World Cup, Super Cup. And he wasn't just along for the ride. He was a key part of every single one of those trophies. And if you want moments that define his greatness, we don't have to look far. Domination against Man City in 2021, shutting down their attack while pinging passes like a prime quarterback. The FA Cup final in 2022, stepped up in the penalty shootout like it was just another day at the office. Trent didn't just play football, he made it look beautiful. And that's why losing him hurt so much. You can buy a good right back. You can't buy Trent Alexander-Arnold. He wasn't just following a blueprint, he created a whole new one. Before him, fullbacks were expected to run up and down the pitch, whip in a few crosses, and track back. But Trent, he turned the right back position into an art form. His passing was some of the best in football. His vision, unreal. He saw passes midfielders couldn't even dream of. That's why Klopp started pushing him into a more central role later. And his mentality, different level. Always stepped up in the big moments. Whether it was a Champions League semi-final or a title race decider, Trent never hid. Liverpool fans love their greats, but there's something different about a local lad making it big. Trent wasn't just playing for Liverpool, he was Liverpool. He grew up watching Gerrard, idolizing the same players the fans did. He understood what it meant to wear the badge. When he kissed the Liverpool crest after that free kick against Rangers in the Champions League, it wasn't for show, it was real. That connection with the fans, you don't replace that. You don't buy that in the transfer market. Liverpool have lost big players before: Xabi Alonso, Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, but this feels different. Trent wasn't just a player, he was a symbol. And now that symbol is heading to Madrid. Losing Trent hits hard, but you know who's loving this? Real Madrid. Because for them, this isn't just a good signing, it's a perfect one. They just lost Toni Kroos, one of the greatest deep-lying playmakers of all time. That man could dictate a game like a conductor leading an orchestra. His passing, his vision, his ability to slow the game down or speed it up, it was art. Now Madrid needs a new artist. Enter Trent Alexander-Arnold. For years, people have debated whether Trent is really a right back or if he's something else entirely. At Liverpool, he was often stuck in this weird middle ground, expected to be a fullback, but also tasked with pulling the creative strings from deep. It worked, sometimes. But at Madrid, oh, he's about to be unleashed. This is a team that thrives on technical brilliance. Trent is in a system where he doesn't have to worry as much about defensive duties, where he can just focus on doing what he does best, pinging ridiculous passes, delivering inch-perfect crosses, and launching counterattacks with the single swing of his boot. If there's any club that knows how to maximize a player's strengths, it's Real Madrid. And then there's the chemistry. You've got Vinicius Jr. burning down the left wing, Mbappe lurking like a predator in the box, and Bellingham driving forward with that unstoppable energy. Now, add Trent to that mix. Imagine the link-up play, the perfectly weighted through balls, the whip crosses curling right onto Mbappe's head. It's not just exciting, it's scary. Right now, Madrid lacks a player who can consistently hit those cross-field balls and pick out runs from deep. Kroos was a master at it, but he's gone. Modric can still do it, but let's be real, he's not going to be there much longer. That's why Trent fits so well. He's not just a replacement, he's an evolution of that role. He's got the range of Kroos, but with the attacking instincts of a winger. And they need this because one of Real Madrid's biggest weapons is the counterattack. They thrive on teams trying to press them, only slice them apart with one perfect pass. That's where Trent becomes lethal. His ability to pick out long balls could turn Madrid into an even deadlier transition team. 1 second, the opponent is pressing high, the next, Mbappe is through on goal thanks to a 50-yard Trent special. But of course, the biggest talking point is defending. Everyone is talking about how Trent gets caught out defensively, how he isn't a natural defender, and how he might struggle in La Liga. But you know what people are forgetting? Marcelo was never a great defender either, and yet he became one of the most legendary fullbacks in Real Madrid's history. Marcelo's strength was always going forward, just like Trent. He was an elite dribbler, a creative force, and an attacking weapon disguised as a left back. And guess what? Madrid never tried to force Marcelo into being something he wasn't. Instead, they built the team to cover for his weaknesses. They had defensive midfielders and center backs who knew how to compensate when he pushed forward. They made sure his attacking brilliance mattered more than his defensive flaws. And they'll do the same thing for Trent. With Tchouaméni and Camavinga shielding the defense, Madrid has the perfect structure to let Trent shine. If he plays as a right back, they can easily shift into a back three when he attacks, just like they did with Marcelo. Or if they use him in midfield, he can sit deeper and dictate play, similar to how Kroos operated. Either way, Madrid will find a system that lets Trent thrive. Tactically, he's a dream fit for this Real Madrid team. If Ancelotti uses him in midfield, Trent becomes the deep-lying playmaker, spraying passes all over the pitch, much like Kroos did. He won't have to worry about tracking back as much because Madrid's midfield is full of energetic ball winners who will do the dirty work. And if he plays as a right back, Madrid's natural attacking shape allows him to push high while someone like Valverde or Camavinga covers for him defensively. It's a win-win. And let's be honest, Trent moving to Madrid makes sense for him too. Liverpool is in a transition period. Klopp is gone, the team is rebuilding and is winning under Slot, but they have shown that winning another Champions League might be harder, and nobody really knows what the future looks like. Madrid? They're a guaranteed superpower. You go there and you're competing for the biggest trophies every season. That's the kind of stage Trent belongs on. So yeah, people will talk about his defending. They'll say he'll get exposed, but the reality is that Real Madrid doesn't sign players just to fit into a system. They build systems to fit their players. They did it for Marcelo, they'll do it for Trent. And if they get this right, Trent Alexander-Arnold could be the missing piece that makes this Madrid team unstoppable. It still feels surreal, doesn't it? It's like watching your childhood best friend move to another city. You know they'll do great things, you're happy for them, but there's still that ache in your chest. Liverpool fans will never truly get over this one, not for a long time at least. Losing a local lad, one of their own, a player who embodied the very essence of the club, is not something you just move on from. But football never stops. And now, Trent embarks on a new adventure, in a new league, under brighter lights. The Santiago Bernabeu isn't just any stadium, it's a temple for football royalty. And Trent isn't just moving to any club, he's joining a squad stacked with superstars, a team that constantly reinvents itself while maintaining its aura of dominance. He might be stepping away from Anfield, but he's stepping into an institution where legends are made. The doubters will be waiting for him to fail, to get exposed defensively, to struggle under the weight of expectations. But we've seen this story before, haven't we? People doubted Marcelo, they doubted Modric, they doubted Kroos. They all left their mark, and now it's Trent's turn. The whispers about his defensive flaws will continue, but when he's spraying 60-yard passes to Mbappe, threading the needle for Bellingham, and bending in pinpoint crosses for Vinicius Jr., those criticisms will start to fade. So yeah, it hurts, it stings, but if he had to leave Liverpool, at least he's going somewhere he can shine. And let's be honest, watching him in that white kit orchestrating play like a maestro is going to be a sight to behold. But what about Liverpool? The club has a decision to make. Do they go out and splash out cash on a big-name replacement, or do they trust Connor Bradley to step up? The truth is, Liverpool has always been at its best when it nurtures its own. Bradley may not be Trent, but he has shown flashes of brilliance, and given the right guidance, he could develop into a key player for the club. Rather than chasing a quick fix, Liverpool might be better off sticking to their principles, developing talent, trusting the process, and building the next great right-back from within. Football moves fast, and so do we. Trent is gone, but his legacy at Liverpool remains. And now he writes his next chapter in Madrid. Let's see what the boy from West Derby does on the grandest stage of them all. But what do you think? Can he become a star at Real Madrid? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as this would help us grow. Thank you.